Good morning, dear student. Today we are going to start our history lesson, India in the 6th century BC. Rise of Jainism and Buddhism. In this chapter we will cover following topics. Sources to reconstruct the two religious reform movement, causes which favored the rise of Jainism and Buddhism, Vardhamana Mahavira and Jainism, impact of Jainism on Indian culture and society, Buddhism, Mahayana and Hinayana Buddhism, impact of Buddhism on Indian culture and society. Sources to reconstruct the two religious reform movement are literary sources and archaeological sources. Literary sources: Jatakas, the Tripitakas, and 12 Angas. The Jatakas were tales written in Pali, deal with the previous birth of Lord Buddha. They also throw light on political, economic and social conditions ranging from 5th to 2nd century BC. There are more than 550 such stories. The Tripitakas. The Tripitakas, 3 baskets, are also written in Pali. These 3 books are Sutta Pitakas, Abhidhamma Pitaka and Vinaya Pitaka. 12 Angas. A Jain council at Pataliputra collected and compiled the teachings of Mahavira and Jain religious literature into 12 Angas. These 12 Angas contain the rules for the Jain monks and teachings of the Jain Tirthankar or the spiritual gurus. The archaeological sources. The archaeological sources fall into several categories, like the Great Stupa at Sanchi, with sculptures which depict episodes from Buddha's life. Jain temple at Sarvan, Belgola in Karnataka, and Sarna pillar. The pillar has wheels or the Dharma Chakra depicting the propagation of the message of Buddha to all parts of the world. Causes which favored the rise of Jainism and Buddhism. जैनिज्म और बुद्धिज्म के स्प्रेड के कौन कौन से कारण थे वो हम पढ़ने वाले हैं. सबसे पहले है ritualistic Vedic religion. The simple religion of the early Aryan was replaced by meaningless rituals and complicated ceremonies. The rites and ceremonies were too costly for ordinary people to perform. They became discontented with the religious belief and practices of that age. अर्ली आर्यंस थे बेटा जी, वो बिल्कुल सिंपल तरीके से पूजा पाठ करते थे, यज्ञ वगैरह करते थे, लेकिन विद द पैसेज ऑफ टाइम चेंजेस आए और जो रिचुअल्स थी वो काफी कॉस्टली हो गई और कॉमन मैन के पहुंच से बाहर हो गई. इसलिए कॉमन मैन है किसी और चीज में जाना चाहता था या उन रिचुअल्स को छोड़ के कुछ नई चीजें अपनाना चाहता था. Killing of animals to perform sacrifices. The simple sacrifices of the early Vedic period were discarded and replaced by expensive yajnas. A large number of animals had to be killed for the ceremonial sacrifices and yajnas. A new agricultural economy based on iron plow needed for more animals to plow the peasants' field. People therefore resented such meaningless sacrifices which required the indiscriminate slaughter of animals to appease the god. लोगों को पशु की बलि देना पसंद नहीं था क्योंकि उन्हें अपने खेतों में प्लो करने के लिए एनिमल्स की जरूरत थी और वो इसे इनह्यूमन भी मानते थे कि क्यों हम किसी की जान लें, जब हम किसी को जान दे नहीं सकते तो किसी की जान क्यों लें. इसलिए भी वो इस प्रैक्टिस को छोड़ना चाहते, किलिंग ऑफ एनिमल प्रैक्टिस को छोड़ना चाहते थे. सुपरमेसी ऑफ प्रिस्टली क्लास. With the introduction of the elaborate rites and rituals, the priestly class came to occupy a position of supremacy in society. जैसे जैसे priestly class है पूजा वगैरह में अपना इम्पोर्टेंट रोल प्ले करने लगी तो उनकी सुपरमेसी सोसाइटी में इंक्रीज होने लगी. द प्रिस्ट डोमिनेटेड द लाइफ ऑफ ए मैन फ्रॉम बर्थ टू डेथ. ह्यूमन बीइंग के बर्थ से लेकर डेथ तक हर तरह की उसमें वो परफॉर्म अपनी प्रैक्टिसेस को परफॉर्म करते थे. पीपल टर्न अगेंस्ट दीज प्रिस्ट हु मेड देयर रिलीजन कॉम्प्लिकेटेड, एक्सपेंसिव एंड बर्डनसम. और लोग हैं उनकी इन चीजों से परेशान हो गए कि उनकी लाइफ है वो बर्डन बना दी गई इस तरह के रिचुअल्स के जरिए, तो वो उन सब से भी पीछा छुड़ाना चाहते थे. इसलिए भी लोग हैं जैनिज्म और बुद्धिज्म की तरफ जाने लगे. कास्ट सिस्टम. In the course of time, the caste became rigid, like watertight compartments. Caste was decided according to the birth, not according to the professions. People who belonged to the lower caste were ill-treated by high castes. The institution of untouchability also came into being. The intellectuals and the reformers naturally resented such unjust social distinctions among the people. The Buddhist Sangha was therefore thrown open to all equally. कास्ट सिस्टम था, रिजिड कास्ट सिस्टम. पहले कास्ट सिस्टम ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ वर्क होता था, लेकिन विद द पैसेज ऑफ टाइम वो बाई बर्थ होने लगा. और जब से बाई बर्थ होने लगा तो एक अनटचेबिलिटी सिस्टम है वो भी स्टार्ट हो गया. उस अनटचेबिलिटी सिस्टम की वजह से बहुत सारे लोगों के साथ इल ट्रीट किया जाता था. जिन्हें लोअर कास्ट का माना जाता था उनके साथ इल ट्रीट किया जाता था. इल ट्रीटेड पीपल थे वो हिंदू धर्म को छोड़ के या वैदिक धर्म को छोड़ के किसी और रिलीजन की तरफ जाना चाहते थे, इसलिए उन लोगों ने जैनिज्म या बुद्धिज्म को ऑप्ट किया. डिफिकल्ट वैदिक लैंग्वेज. द वैदिक लिटरेचर हैड बीन रिटन इन संस्कृत विच वाज बियॉन्ड द कॉम्प्रिहेंशन ऑफ द कॉमन पीपल. मैनी कुड नॉट अंडरस्टैंड द वैदिक मंत्रास रिसाइटेड बाय द ब्राह्मण प्रीस्ट. इसके साथ साथ जो वैदिक लैंग्वेज थी दैट वाज संस्कृत. जो वेद लिखे हुए थे संस्कृत में लिखे हुए थे, और कॉमन मैन जो अनएजुकेटेड कॉमन मैन था उसकी पहुंच से बाहर थी, यानी कि वो इसे समझ नहीं सकता था. तो जो चीज उसे समझ ही नहीं आ रही तो उसके लिए वो क्यों जाएगा. तो उसने एक और रिलीजन जिसमें कि कॉमन लैंग्वेज के साथ था उसको उसने ऑप्ट करना शुरू किया. जैनिज्म और बुद्धिज्म कॉमन मैन की लैंग्वेज में प्रीच करते थे, इसलिए लोग ज्यादा से ज्यादा जैनिज्म और बुद्धिज्म की तरफ जाने लगे. एफर्ट्स ऑफ रिलीजियस रिफॉर्मर्स. द अनरेस्ट अगेंस्ट द इविल्स दैट हैज crept into the Vedic religion and society led to the rise of a number of intellectuals and holy men. They questioned the efficacy of the meaningless rites and the supremacy of priestly class. The simple life and teachings of these holy men like Vardhamana Mahavira and Gautam Buddha attracted many who were longing to be liberated from the oppression of the Brahminical order. इसके साथ साथ जो रिलीजियस रिफॉर्मर्स थे उनका एक इम्पोर्टेंट रोल रहा, लाइक गौतम बुद्धा, वर्धमान महावीरा, जो लोगों को उनके दुखों से निकाल सके या वैदिक रिलीजन से अलग चीजें उन्हें जो प्रोवाइड करवा सके, वो उसकी वजह से भी, इन एफर्ट्स की वजह से भी लोग हैं बुद्धिज्म और जैनिज्म की तरफ जाने लगे. हु वाज वर्धमान महावीरा एंड व्हाट वाज हिज रोल इन जैनिज्म? Mahavira was the 24th and the last Tirthankar of Jainism. His teachings increased the popularity of Jainism and thus he is considered the founder of religion. Mahavira was born in Kundagrama near Vaishali in Bihar in the second half of the 6th century. While his father belonged to a Kshatriya clan, his mother belonged to the royal family of the Lichvis. From childhood, he was absorbed in spiritual pursuits. To divert his attention from the spirituality, he was married to the princess Yashoda. However, at the age of 30, he renounced the world and practiced severe penance for the next 12 years. He is then said to have attained supreme knowledge. He was credited to have conquered his desire and thus came to be known as Jina or the conqueror. His followers thus came to be known as Jinas or Jains. He gave his first sermon at Mount Vipul, located in Rajgriha and then capital of Magda. The number of his followers began to increase. He preached at various places such as Avanti, Videha, Vaishali, Champa, Mithila, Koshala, and Anga, ritualistic Vedic religion. Teachings of Mahavira and main doctrine of Jainism. 5 vows. Mahavira laid great emphasis on the principle of ahimsa. He said all creatures, animals and plants possesses life. No harm should be caused to any living creature. Besides ahimsa, the Jains were required to take vows of not telling to lie, satya, not to steal, asatya, non-attachment to worldly things, apriya griha, and celibacy और ब्रह्मचार्य. 5 चीजें हैं लोगों को अपनानी होंगी: सत्य, अहिंसा, असत्य, अप्रिय क्रिया और ब्रह्मचार्य. No belief in the God. Mahavira did not believe in the existence of God. He had no faith in the theory that God created the world. According to him, man is responsible for his own destiny. Nirvana or salvation. Mahavira accepted the current theories of karma and rebirth. The main aim of the one's life is to attain salvation. Man can be liberated from the cycle of birth and rebirth by following the Triratna or 3 gems: right faith, right knowledge, and right conduct. Rejection of the Vedic rituals. The Jains do not attach any importance to the meaningless rites and ceremonies and the sacrificial rituals of the Brahminical religion. To treat people on an equal basis and opposition to the caste system. Mahavira believed in the equality of all human beings. All have the right to attain nirvana by leading a pure life. He preached that there should not be any discrimination on ground of caste. He even favored the freedom of women and allowed them to join the Jain Sangha. Belief of penance. The Jains believe in penance. They were directed to live strict lives. To starve oneself to death was regarded as a great virtue. Factors that led to the growth of Jainism. The simple doctrine of Mahavira attracted many followers. Mahavira used the common language of the masses instead of Sanskrit. Mahavira left behind a strong, organized religious order of Jain Munis for propagation of his doctrines. Royal patronage led to the growth of Jainism. Many royal dynasties to the north and the south patronized Jainism. The missionary zeal of the Jain Munis helped to spread Jainism all over the country. Causes of the decline of Jainism. The loss of royal patronage hampered the growth of Jainism. Other factors that led to the decline of Jainism were: common people found it difficult to follow the swear penning and austerity advocated by Mahavira. Many hesitated to embrace Jainism because of rigid principles. After Mahavira's Nirvana, Jainism was divided into 2 sects: Svetambara, clad in white, and the Digambar, sky clad or naked. Such division made it impossible to continue any concrete religious or social work among the people. The revival of the Brahmanism was a great setback to the Jainism. Division of Jainism into 2 sects. In about 300 BC, the first Jain council was held where differences among the Jains arose. As a result, Jains were divided into 2 groups, Shwetambar and Digambar. The Shwetambars of Jainism Shvetambara was led by Stula Bhadra, who was based in Magda. The Shvetambara wore white clothes and covered their mouth with small white cloth to avoid the killing of the smallest germs which may enter their nose while breathing. They fasted but did not believe in extreme panic and austerity. Digambars, the sect was led by Bhadra Bahu. They did not believe in covering their body as living without clothes show detachment from the worldly pleasure. They were the orthodox followers of Mahavira and kept fast and lived an extreme austere life. Impact of Jainism on Indian culture and society. Growth of vernacular languages. A major portion of the Jain literature was written in Prakrit. Mahavira preached in a mixed dialects called Ardha Magdi in order to make it easy for people to understand his teachings. Mahavira's teachings were composed of Ardha Magdi and later compiled into 12 books called Angas. Art and architecture. The Jains erected stupas built of stones to honor their saints. They built many rock-cut cave temples. The famous cave at Ellora and in Maharashtra are fine examples of their architecture and sculpture. Religion. The Jains were the first to make ahimsa, non-violence, a rule of life. The social impact of welfare of mankind. The teachings of Mahavira led his followers to pay more attention to humanitarian services. Life of Gautam Buddha. Buddha was born in 563 BC at Lumbini near Kapilvastu in Nepal. His father was the ruler of Kapilvastu. He was married to a young age of the to the princess Yashodhara and had a son. Buddha in his early life was moved by the sight of an old man, a sick man and a dead body. He was consoled when he saw an ascetic in search of salvation. These sights came to be known as the Four Great Sights. Later he left the palace, his wife and his child to find a solution to the problems of the people. This is known as the Great Renunciation. After leaving home, Buddha wandered from place to place. He later went to Gaya and followed the life of extreme austerity. Finally, at the age of 30, he attained enlightenment at Bodh Gaya in Bihar and came to be known as Buddha or the Enlightened One. Teachings of Lord Buddha and main doctrines of the Buddhism. Teachings. The foundation of Buddha's doctrine was based on four noble truths. The world is full of sorrows and sufferings. The main cause of suffering is man's desire or pleasure and earthly possession. Suffering can be removed by getting rid of desire, that is renunciation. One can overcome desires by following eightfold path. Eightfold path, it consists of right faith, right aspiration, right action, right living, right speech, right efforts, right meditation and right contemplation. Karma theory. The Buddha believed in the theory of karma. Whatever a man sows, he reaps. The condition of a man in his life and the next depend on his deeds and he has to bear the consequences of his own actions. Nirvana. Man's ultimate aim in the life is to attain nirvana, the final bliss which is free from desire and sorrow, and is an escape from the cycle of birth and rebirth. Existence of God. Buddha was silent on the existence of God. Scholars have interpreted his silence as disbelief, as he neither accepted nor denied the existence of God. Ahimsa. One of the prominent teachings of Buddha was ahimsa. He was strongly against anyone causing harm to any living being. No faith in caste system. Buddha opposed the caste system as he believed that all men are equal and that there should not be any caste distinction. Emphasize on character. Buddha laid great stress on the development of moral character. He emphasized that moral living was more important than worship. Spread and growth of Buddhism. What were the causes for the spread and growth of the Buddhism? First of all, the simple teachings of Buddha. Buddha's teachings were quite simple. He was against complicated rituals and ceremonies and strongly opposed all forms of sacrifices. Simple language. Buddha and his disciples used only popular dialects as vehicle for their teaching. They discarded the complicated Sanskrit language of the Vedic scriptures. The two categories. The followers of Buddha were divided into two groups, the Upashak and or lay disciple who believed with their families, and the bhikkhus or monks who become ascetics after renouncing the world. Later, women were also admitted into the Buddha Sanghs. Attack on the institution of caste. The member of Buddhist faith enjoyed equal rights without any discrimination between rich or poor. Leadership of Buddha. Buddha was the very model of calm and sweet majesty. He was a master of art of conversation and was seldom disturbed even at the grave provocation. The Buddhist Sangha. The Buddha founded the Buddhist Sangha to spread his teachings far and wide. The male members were called bhikkhus. Even some women were allowed to join the Sangha as bhikkhunis or nuns. Royal patronage. Great rulers like Ashoka, Kanishka, Harsha embraced Buddhism. The rulers made Buddhism the state religion and popularized it. Buddhist Council. The Buddhist Council held discussions on various important religious issues connected with Buddhism. 4 such councils were called on different occasions. The Buddhist universities. The universities at Nalanda, Takshila and Gaya became important center of the Buddhist education. Mahayana and Hinayana. Mahayana considered Buddha as an incarnation of God as he could ensure salvation. As a result, image of Buddha began to be made. The concept of Bodhisattva developed. According to Mahayana, Bodhisattvas were the holy Buddhists who had not attained salvation but were on the way towards it. Kanishka was the follower of the Mahayana sect. The followers of Mahayana are found in the northwestern part of India, Southeast Asia, China and Japan. Hinayana. The people belonging to this sect stood for the following the doctrine of Buddha. They denied the existence of God and believed that Eightfold Path was the mean to attaining salvation. Buddha was not considered God but as a human being who had attained salvation. Followers of Hinayana sect are found in India, Sri Lanka, Myanmar, Cambodia and Laos. Causes of the decline of Buddhism. Revival of Brahmanical Buddhism, Hinduism. The efforts of the great Brahman scholars like Shankaracharya, Kumarila Bhatta led to the revival of Hinduism. Eventually, they were able to establish the supremacy of Vedic religion over Buddhism. Loss of royal patronage. The Gupta rulers were zealous followers of Hinduism. They encouraged their religion and the Sanskrit language. They built beautiful temples for the Hindu gods. Loss of royal patronage was great below to the Buddhism. Split of Buddhism. During the reign of Kanishka, Buddhism was split into two sects, the Mahayana and Hinayana. Corruption of the Buddhist Sangha. The rich monasteries collected a large revenue from the vast estates that were donated to the monasteries. Eventually, corruption corrupted. The moral degeneration of the monk and the nuns was one of the most important factors to cause the decline of Buddhism. Adoption of Sanskrit. In all his religious discourages, Buddha used the language of people like Pali or Prakrit, which attracted the masses. Later, the Buddhist scriptures began to be written in Sanskrit, making the people to drift away from Buddhism. The Turkish invasion. When Muslims conquerors invaded India, many Buddhist temples and monasteries which possessed immense wealth were looted and destroyed. Impact of Buddhism on Indian culture. The doctrine of ahimsa or non-violence impacted the people and the society deeply. Stress was given to animal protection. Buddhism challenged Hindu practices such as yajna, sacrifices and rituals. It outrightly rejected these practices and the caste system. The Buddhists influenced emperors such as Ashoka and Chandragupta, who later became non-violent. Thus, it affected Indian politics. As Buddhism spread to many parts of the world, such as China, Sri Lanka, and Southeast Asia, close cultural contact emerged between these countries and Asia. Buddhism contributed immensely in language and literature. Many Buddhist texts were written during this period. Tripitakas, Vinaya Pitakas, Sutta Pitakas, and Abhidhamma Pitakas were composed. Stupas, chaityas, viharas, rock-cut caves, temples were constructed by the Buddhists. The stupas were the semi-spherical dome-like structure which contained the relics of Buddha. The stupas at Sanchi, Amravati and Bharut have survived till today. Chaityas were rectangular halls with semicircular roofs supported by a number of columns. Thank you.